Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a little bit of a different video that I normally do, but I've kind of been getting a little bit back into like, not necessarily beauty so much, but like using all my like skincare samples. And I've definitely been getting into more like, not home fragrance, but like personal fragrance, like perfumes and things, and like started trying out some different things. Like, I don't know, I've just been trying to focus more on like my body care, skincare, and a little bit of beauty stash in a way. So I think like a month ago or maybe a little bit longer, I did like a random combined like Ulta, Target, Walmart haul situation, and I kind of hauled a lot of like fun things I normally don't talk about on my channel. And then I restarted my project Use It Up as well for my body care. And so I think all of that combined kind of inspired me to like talk about these things. So essentially I gathered, or like for the past month, I guess, I kept all of my non-home fragrance empties essentially. And I thought I would just share that with you. I have no idea if this is interesting or not. I watch other people's videos like this. And I feel like it'll just give me a chance to talk about some of these things that I normally wouldn't talk about and that I really don't like have anywhere else to put, I guess. So the bin is not that big, but I feel like it has some stuff in it. So let's get to it. Right here on top, and like the largest things in here, is my shampoo and conditioner. So I went through this little, not set necessarily, but they're from the same brand. So this is the Aussie brand, and I had the Miracle Moist and I had the Miracle Waves. So I really did enjoy this Miracle Moist shampoo from Aussie. It's not necessarily moisturizing in the fact that it's like a co-wash, like it's not fully shampoo, it's like half conditioner, half shampoo. It's like straight up shampoo. It suds really well, but it's not like super stripping. I feel like I bought the native shampoo like to replace it kind of because I just wanted to try something else, and that's fun, and it has a seasonal scent which I really enjoyed, but I definitely did feel like it was definitely not as nourishing to my hair. I got the moisturizing version technically, but I definitely felt like my hair is super coarse and it's like this naturally like weird like whatever this wavy situation is, and I know I could like do the curly hair method and it would probably look amazing, but I just like don't have the patience for that or want to stick to that routine. Like I do it for like 2 days and I'm like, I'm over this, it's taking me so much time, like I'm just annoyed. And I'm also just like kind of frustrated with my hair right now, so that's like a whole nother level of it. But I don't typically on like day one hair, if you will, I don't typically brush it, because if I do, I'm a total poof ball. Like honestly, I don't generally, okay, I'll do like the first day, no brush, I just kind of like shake it out. And then this morning, I just used the native shampoo for the first time last night. It was almost like, you know, where you like can't quite get your fingers like through your hair to like, it's like almost knotty, like right here, like where you clearly worked in a shampoo. I haven't had that in such a long time, but I've been using this for such a long time. I've probably gone through a couple bottles of this, like back to back to back. So I may still repurchase this and then just like alternate the two. I do like to alternate my shampoos. I feel like one of my stylists one time was like, if you use the shampoo like same one over and over and over again, like sometimes it can be a little bit like your scalp might not like that. So sometimes I would alternate my shampoos. Or she's like, if you use like a dandruff shampoo like every single day, sometimes that does more harm than good, rather than just like sprinkling it in every once in a while to kind of like cleanse your scalp. So yeah, I only have used it once, like I said. And then typically, so it's only been day one, so we'll see. But like typically on day two, I use like a more wide tooth comb and like comb through it. So it's like a looser comb, but it still gets like then kind of knots out from sleeping and stuff. And then on day three, I'll either use my wide tooth comb again, or I'll like fully brush it. By day three, it's calmed down a little bit. It doesn't get as poofy. But like if I brush it on day one, like I probably could have this morning because it was so knotted up here, but I just was like, screw it, I don't care. but then it just goes like, which I'm not a fan about. Okay. But I really do like this conditioner. This is the Miracle Waves conditioner, and I like the Waves version more than the Moist. I feel like it's not quite as heavy as the Moist conditioner, but it's still like a pretty thick consistency. And honestly, I like to just buy this big one because it has a pump. So, and also my hair is like so long. Like it's so long. So I do use a lot of conditioner. Yeah. So I have a full bottle of this guy. So I actually repurchased him a while ago. It is deceiving when you finish the pump. I like tipped it upside down and like let it kind of go to the bottom. So I had repurchased it like a long time before I actually needed to refill it. Kind of in the same vein, like shower-esque, I guess you could say. I went through 2 deodorants. So I finished up the Dove Advanced Care Cool Essentials. This was like my main deodorant, and then I also finished up this Degree, which is the Shower Clean Dry Protection. So this one I actually had at work, and this one was like getting to the point where like you could see the plastic, like it was like scraping my armpit when I was using it, and I was like, this is extremely uncomfortable. I need a new work deodorant. But essentially what I do is I just leave one at work. So if I'm like running around the building throughout the day, because that typically happens, like it seems like the days I wear like the heaviest, coziest sweater is the day after run the most errands, and the day that I'm like prepared to run around the building, I like sit at my desk and I'm shaking because I'm freezing because I haven't moved all day. Like it's a totally opposite. So on the days I run around, if I get like, you know, I'm running around, I'm dying, I'm sweating so much, I will just like go to the bathroom, I'll like, you know, freshen up, use my deodorant. It's so convenient to have. I've had a deodorant at work for like years at this point. Like it's just something I have to have. But I actually ended up buying I think it's the Secret brand. It's blue, but it's not Degree. And I ended up just getting a 2-pack. That's been working fine. And honestly, one of the first days I bought it, Corey used it because he's like, my deodorant was upstairs, so I just used hers, and he was like, it was actually really nice. So I was like, oh wow, that's pretty impressive. Like if we both thought it was okay. And I don't know, I feel like men typically have like heavier deodorant because I don't know, I feel like they do. I feel like that's a true thing, right? Am I crazy? I feel like they make heavier deodorant for men than women. Could be wrong. Okay, and then along the body care lines, I finished up the Scentsy Hibiscus Pineapple Body Cream. So I took the date off this, but I think I got this like last spring in a whiff box, and so I'm so glad to be done with it. I love the body cream formula from Scentsy though. I'm currently using up in my project, Use It Up. I'm working on my Bath & Body Works Coconut Cream Pie Body Cream. I'm going to save the update for the project, but let's just say I like this better. I don't like the scent better. I like the formula so much better. Okay, and then this was Corey's. He finished up the Crisp Morning Air Antibacterial Hand Sanitizer, the full like size pump one. They only make the moisturizing versions now, don't they? I'm super bummed about that because I really liked that style. And I feel like Corey preferred that style more too. The moisturizing is fine, but if you don't use it for a few days, the front like spout, like this guy, gets like crusty and like shoots out a bunch of crustiness along with the hand sanitizer. I just don't love that about it. Does anyone else have that experience? It's just like a white glob of like crusted. It's kind of like, you know, when you don't use a lotion for a while and you like pump it again and like all the crustiness comes out. Sorry if you hate that word. I keep saying it, but I just don't have a better description for it, I guess. Okay, and then 2 more hand sanitizers I used up. I finished You're the Sweetest, which was Cinnamon Donut. I'm super glad I got this out of my collection and finished up because Corey actually really hated this scent. Also, this is from like mid-year 2020, according to the date. And then this one's also from 2020 mid-year. This is Total Softy Sweet Sugar Cone. So this is actually in my project Used Up. As you can see, this is my first official empty from my project. Yay. So I actually finished this up just today. So something that's been helping me with my hand sanitizers, because I have a lot of these little guys and they're super convenient, but I feel like I found myself buying them more, significantly more than I was like actually using them. So what I did is on my work like key ring, so I have, you know, like my desk key, my like building fobby thing, whatever, I hooked a pocket back holder thing to my key. I actually hooked the little s'more, if you guys remember the s'more pocket back holder. He's my favorite. He's the one I get the most compliments or questions about. Like, people question about him all the time, no matter what I have him on. I put him on my key ring, and so as I'm like walking around the building, you know, I'm like picking up gross things like newspapers, like, and they leave your hands all disgusting or whatever the case might be. And then I can just use my hand sanitizer right there. I don't have to use the like Purell which is fine, but I'm using the ones I actually paid for myself. And it's super convenient, and I like the smell and like the fragrance and the aroma. It kind of like puts me in a little scent situation as I'm like cleaning my hands from touching the grody newspapers. So that's really been helping me. I feel like I started the project with this here, and I exclusively had it on my keychain at work, if that don't tell you something. And then same with this one, I kind of finished that up the same way, but it was closer to being empty. So I'm really happy about that. And then I got to pick out a new hand sanitizer because I like will roll that into my project essentially. So stay tuned for that. That will be up in like a couple weeks probably. And then randomly, talking bathroom-ish products, I went through some flosses. I legit don't know if you guys care about this, but this is the floss that I use. So I finished up the Oral-B Glide Pro Health Deep Cleaning Floss and Coolant. This is honestly my favorite floss. I know that's so random, but I legit think this is my favorite. It's like a thicker, not thicker, it's a wider string. So it's skinny, but it's like wider this way, but super flat. So it like goes into your teeth fine, but it just like has more surface area, I guess. I ran out of this. Well, I have one in my purse, but not in like my bathroom. And so I happened to have from my dentist just a like mini cocoa floss situation. Speaking, like, this one is the thicker one. It's like actually kind of hard to wedge into your teeth that are like really close together. So this one is coated, I believe, in coconut wax or coconut something. It's called the loofah floss. Like, this is a super like trendy type floss, I guess. I know when it first came out like a few years ago, my dentist was like, oh, we started carrying this, do you want to like try a little sample thing? And now they like put it in all your orders. Your dental, like your little kit with your toothbrush, it's not an order. They like send you on your way with this little cocoa floss. But I swear that they were saying something along the lines of like, it's coated in coconut, so it's like better for your teeth, either for like bleeding or like something. I just don't remember what they said. Like, why is it coated that way? Don't remember. And I feel like it has something to do with like, if your teeth bleed, like your gums when you floss, you're supposed to help with that. But now I'm like second guessing that. That was like years ago. Like, maybe, when did Cocoa Floss come out? Like, it was years ago. So this is fine. I bought it like one time because I was like, oh, it's all the rage and blah, blah, blah. And they like sold it at Sephora and like all those things. Now I just prefer Glide. And I actually bought some like cheap dollar store floss that I have in my purse also. I haven't even taken it out of the package yet. I literally bought it because I was in a pinch. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm out of floss. And I'm somebody who has, if I get like food stuck in my top teeth here, it gives me like a headache because it pushes so much on my teeth. So I'm like a super like floss person. I know some people don't care about that, but I am somebody who's like, if I get that way, like say, especially chicken, I feel like it's really bad. If I have certain sorts of like chicken and it gets stuck in my tooth, I have like one specific bad tooth, it just will like sit there, and I feel like it does this thing where it like is pushing so much pressure on my teeth, and then I get a headache. So I'm not a headache person. I'm like whiny when I get headaches. So I'm like, anything I can do to avoid it. So I always keep floss on me because I can like feel it when it's happening. I'm like, nope, get it out and I won't have to deal with it later. Okay. And then I also finished, I guess it was like kind of the 3-month-ish / drying out a little bit situation with the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Uncensored Mascara. This is in black brown, which I typically get black brown in my mascaras. I love this mascara. The wand of it is like just a standard like hourglass, not even hourglass. It's just like short and stubby the whole way around. I this go around bought it's the CoverGirl Exhibitionist and maybe it's the Uncensored, but it's a different kind. It's like a tapered end, so it's like volumizing or whatever, which I thought I would enjoy, but I hate the brush. It's like so clumpy. Whatever the formula of that one is, it's so clumpy, and the combination of that like tapered brush and its formula is so bad. I've been using it for probably about a month and a half, so I'll maybe stick it out for another month and a half, and then just rebuy this one. But I really, once I started using that one, I was like, it's just mascara, it's whatever. And then I was like, no, there's a reason I continuously buy this one. I like it so much better. So yeah, and then I always buy the black brown. So I did that in that one too, but this one is so much better. 100%, I love this one so much more. Okay, and then lastly, I have 2 little perfumes to talk about. So first I have the Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. So I got this in a little like Sephora Favorites sampler, I think. And I typically love the Flower Bomb fragrances. I think this smells stunning. I don't know what is in it or what it smells like. It kind of smells like the regular Flower Bomb, but it's just a little bit different. The beef I had with this, first of all, it's super tiny. So I only used it a few times before it was like totally to the end and wouldn't spray anymore. The beef I had with this is I feel like I sprayed it on. I loved the scent. I like got to work and I couldn't smell it anymore. Like I feel like the lasting power on it was so bad. So I have a coupon to buy a like discounted mini travel size of it, which I originally was like all about, but now I'm like, it just doesn't have good longevity. But maybe that's okay. I could just reapply it. I don't know. I'm conflicted with this one. I love the scent. I hated the longevity. And like, it was almost to the point where the longevity was so short that it was outweighing how much I liked the scent. Like, you know, sometimes I'm like, well, it didn't last very long, but like it was still good while it lasted. This was almost to the effect where it was like, that was so good. Wait, where did it go? Like right one second after each other. So a little bit of a flop, I guess. Like a little bit of a fave and a flop. And then my last item, empty basket, is this mini dime perfume. Do you call these testers? Do you call these sample vial situations? So I bought the like little sampler pack from Dime Beauty because I wanted to try them so bad. I get so many ads on Instagram for Dime Beauty. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get the sampler pack. I used somebody's discount code, which I literally just like Googled and which helped save me some money. But then you get to try like 4, I think there's 4 fragrances available in the sampler pack, which I was super happy about. So I've tried them all, but I've finished Malibu Night. And so I was going to look up on my computer. Originally, when I was looking up reviews of these scents, everyone raves about the 7 Summer scent, which I have to say is the best. But everybody raves about that one. And when I watching reviews, somebody was like, oh, it smells like the Ariana Grande Cloud. And I was like, that is why I love it. Like, I love Ariana Grande Cloud. Say no more. And then when I actually got, or someone said, I think in that same video, they were like, are all these supposed to be like Ariana Grande dupes? And then when I tried this one, I was like, oh my gosh, maybe they're not kidding. So this one reminds me of the one shaped like a heart. Let me pull it up. It's not sweet like candy. Is it Thank You Next? I think it's Thank You Next, but I don't know for sure, so I'm Googling it. Okay, Ulta, what the heck? It's not pulling me what I want. I'm pretty sure it's Thank You Next. Let's just look up that one. Yes, okay, so the pink bottle shaped like a heart that's like broken down the middle is called Thank You Next. That is what this one reminds me of. It's not like a dead-on dupe, but it's pretty freaking close to that one. Which, honestly, that one's like not my favorite. I will say, I think I liked this one a little bit more than I like the Ariana Grande one, because I also own that one in 2 different sizes, because I apparently used to be obsessed with it. But personally, I feel like this one had just a little bit of different ingredients. Also today, it was the last time I used this, like I like sprayed the last bit of it out. I feel like initially when I sprayed it, it reminded me of the Ariana Grande, but I think it was the sweater I was wearing that I put on. Throughout the day, I was like getting whiffs of this beautiful, like almost reminded me of like going into Hollister in like 2012. But it was like that like beachy, like very much Hollister feelings. And I was like, what is this scent? And I like went like this, like smelled like kind of where I had applied the perfume. And I think the combination of that perfume and the sweater was giving me that smell, which I loved. But I was like, I know this isn't the perfume on its own. Like, I know my perfume doesn't smell like this. I totally can't smell it anymore. It's been like, it's the end of the day now. Yeah, I totally can't smell this at all. But the combination of the sweater and this perfume was like giving me total old school Hollister vibes, which I was loving. But I was like, I don't know that it's worth repurchasing the full size by any means, or even like a mini through like, I could get like a mini or size through like a Scentbird subscription, or I don't want to necessarily buy the sampler pack again, but I was like not a huge fan of it. That's why I wanted to use it at first. I wasn't loving it because it reminded me of that Ariana Grande Thank You Next perfume until literally the last use today. And I was like conflicted, like, oh, I kind of liked that. So if you like Ariana Grande Thank You Next, but you want like a clean perfume, I don't know if Ariana Grande is not a clean perfume. I legit don't know. But I would say these are pretty close dupes in my opinion. So let me look up. I really like could end this video, but I want to look up Dime Beauty, and I want to tell you. So they have the sampler pack. To me, the Seven Summers reminds me of Ariana Grande Cloud. They're not dead on dupes, but they're pretty close. Then Malibu Night reminds me of the Thank You Next. Then one of the other ones, I think it was I Love Your Smell, Baby. I think that was it. One of the other ones reminded me almost of like a kind of YSL Black Opium a little bit. I don't remember which one it was. I feel like it was I Love Your Smell, Baby. I'm gonna retry them. I've just been trying to like go through my perfume stash and like try things to get acquainted with, like, I bought a lot of new perfumes. So if you guys have tried these, let me know. I feel like they're all the rage on Instagram. Sorry if you start getting ads for them, but I just nonstop get ads for them. And so I was like, okay, you're killing me. I have to try it. So that is everything that I have. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like these videos, let me know, and then I'll keep doing them. If you're like, you don't have to make these. I mean, don't be rude, because I don't like that. But yeah, if you guys like these, let me know. These will probably just continue to be a collection of these random things, like maybe even like beauty declutters, because I really need to go through and do those. And then just these miscellaneous, like, what if I finish for my project, use it up, the random things that aren't in my project that I finished. It's just gonna be a video super kind of relaxed like this, where I just chat about things that I normally don't chat about, let me know. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're here till the end, thank you. I really appreciate you. You're the best. But have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.